As we're wrapping up what has been a very difficult year, we head into wedding season, and hopefully next year wedding season will seem a little bit more normal than this year did and has. I'm Catherine Miller. I've worked in the divorce and matrimonial field as an attorney in New York for over 30 years. And one thing that I know is that when wedding season comes, prenup season comes right before. And so there are some really interesting things about prenuptial agreements that you should know. And some of those things have to do with the why, and I'm going to talk about that in next week's video. But there are two things about the what and the how that really are important to know. So what? What does a prenup do? Prenups usually deal with the end of a marriage having to do with a divorce or with death. And I've talked about the differences between those two things in previous videos. What I really want to focus on is the how. What I mean by the how is, how are you going to have a conversation about the prenup, and how are you going to negotiate the terms of it in a way that is really supportive of your marriage rather than the destruction that many people fear when they raise the issue of a prenup. So one thing that's what usually happens is that one person, usually the person who wants it, goes to an attorney. And then that person has a conversation with the attorney who writes a draft and that lobs it into the email box of the other person or the other person's attorney. When it lobs into the email box, it ends up usually, boom, exploding, because there are so many terms and so many things that didn't happen in the conversation between the couple that does happen in the lawyer conversation. So it's really important to understand that is not how it has to happen. It could be that the two of you, the spouses to be, have a conversation together and go to a mediator and talk it through in a facilitated way with someone who knows what needs to happen, what could be discussed, and how these things could be resolved before that draft is written and before it's lobbed into someone's email box. If you've got any questions about how mediation could help or anything about prenups, give us a call, and definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel where we talk about this kind of thing all the time. Thanks for listening.